welcome back to my channel. Before I get started, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and click that bell icon so that you'll be notified every time I post a video. Today I want to share with you some products that were sent to me by the In Love Art Shop. In Love Art Shop is a company that sells stamps, dies, they sell diamond painting, stickers, papers, etc. Anyway, they contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in picking out some products from their shop and sharing them with you. I said yes, and these are the products that I'm sharing. There are 2 dies that I picked out, and In Love Art Shop has agreed to give you a discount if you purchase any of these items through the links that I post down below. They're going to give all of my subscribers a 15% discount, so please make sure if you like these products that you click the link below and order through that link. Okay, this first product is a heart die. It actually will make an album. It has 2 holes here, so if you can put rings in it and make a flip album with whether it be cardstock, chipboard, but basically there's these little cut aparts here, and you can just snip that metal part away and it would actually end up being 2 dies. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And when you make this album, you obviously have this outside piece, and then this piece you can use as a layer for your pages. And you can make this album obviously as many pages as you want it to be, because you can die cut this as many times as you need. And this you can use and cut out different papers to put on the inside pages. And you can also use this as a standalone die if you wanted to decorate cards and use hearts on some of your cards. So this die measures about 4 1/8 by 6. So it's about 6 inches from here to here, and then from the top to the bottom it's about 4 1/8 inch tall. So I'm going to be making an actual album with using this die, so you'll be able to see how that works. Also, one of the products that they sent me is called a wave envelope cutting die. And it looks like this. This will come apart, and this actually, it's an envelope that folds. There's score lines here and here and here. And once you run this through the die cut machine, you'll be able to score it on the score line here, here, and here, and then just tape it together and it will fold like an envelope. You can probably use this for like a little tag. You can probably use it for a gift card, although I don't know if it would be big enough for a gift card. It may not, I don't think it's going to be big enough according to these score lines. And then this piece is the piece that you can die cut on another sheet of paper to stick inside of your envelope. So I'm excited to use this die as well. So I went ahead and ran the large die through my die cut machine, and this is what it looks like once it's die cut. So it actually, if you can look closely, there's actually a little embossed image of a heart going around here. And then obviously then you have the holes that are punched out. And then I ran the second heart through my die cut machine, and this is the layer for these pieces. So that would go directly on top. And as I said, you can make as many of these pages as you want, and then you can, punch holes in, or put ribbon through here, or put a binder ring through here to hold your album pages together. All right, so the next die, this little envelope die, when that comes out of the die cut machine, this is what it looks like. So it has the 2 different parts. And I thought these were score lines, but apparently they are not score lines. They're just dotted lines showing where you would score it to do the fold. So I'm actually gonna have to put this on my scoring board, and I'm going to need to score these lines in order to fold them down. Okay, and then that will easily, once that's scored down, that will easily fold over. And you'll be able to put adhesive on this in order to close it up. So at the bottom, I'm folding up. And then the side, I'm going to put some glue and fold that down. And there's your little envelope. And then this other piece, you could always cut it out of a different sheet of paper or a different pattern paper. And then this just fits right inside. And if you wanted to put a little ribbon on here to make this, you know, a little tag that comes in and out, you can. So those are just some examples. Just wanted to die cut those with you, just so you can see how those look once they're die cut. And I am going to go ahead and create a project with this, and I will show you my finished project. This is what I made with the heart metal dies from the In Love art shop. So it's a heart album, and I did put rings here on the side. If you wanted to, you can put ribbon through here if you didn't want to do the rings and attach it that way. So with the front cover, I just attached some ribbon and this cute little key embellishment that I purchased at Hobby Lobby, as well as some of these. Actually, this was from Tuesday Morning, and these flowers were from Hobby Lobby. So I just put some flowers on here. Here's the center cutout die that came with the metal dies. Then when you turn the page, I just put a little banner up here. Again, I have the center cutout die with another piece of paper there. This is the wave envelope cutting die from the In Love Heart Shop. So I went ahead and incorporated that into my album. And I just take this up here, and then I just added these little tickets onto the die cut piece that goes on the inside of this envelope, and then just decorated this with stickers. And then with the next page, I used that center heart from the die set, and I cut out 3 die cuts of those hearts and just attach them. You can put pictures in here and just attach some stickers and some flowers. And then on this page, I left this blank, so you can put a photo and just put a little bit of flowers there on the top right for decoration. And then on this page, I went ahead and just cut out another die cut shape, and then cut this in half to just do a little pocket here, and then just put some photo mats inside of this pocket. And then on the next page, I put a pocket on the side and just put some journaling cards in here for this pocket. And this embellishment is just from Tuesday Morning. And then on the back, I just left blank, but did decorate it with a sheet of pattern paper. And this is a chipboard album, so I did die cut the large heart shape die. I die cut it out of a thin piece of chipboard and then decorated the paper that way. Here are some of the envelopes that I created. I did create 4 of them using the same pattern paper pad. And this one, I just created this little embellishment here, put a little flower on top of this and a little ribbon to pull out the center piece. This one, when I cut the pattern paper, I made sure that the word love was centered on the front, and I did put in a butterfly embellishment and a little flower embellishment, a little ribbon on the centerpiece. This one, just put a few flowers with a button, a thankful sticker, and some embellishments there. And then this one, I just put a bunch of bling on the front with the centerpiece with a piece of ribbon. Okay, so there are the 4 envelopes, and here is the album. So if you want to see a tutorial on how I made the album, go ahead and continue watching. And if not, that's fine too. And remember that if you do want to purchase these items, just click the links below in the description and you can save on these items with the In Love Art Shop. You do get a 15% discount in their shop on these particular items. So I hope you enjoyed and talk to you soon. Here's the paper collection that I'm going to use to make my heart album. This is the Yours Truly collection by Echo Park Paper Company. And I did pick this up at Tuesday morning. So I'm going to go with a love type Valentine's theme. Cute little tags on the back of the main sheet. Those are really cute. You can actually cut these apart and use these in your album. And that's a pretty pink. So this album, these papers have pink, gray, red, and white in them. Love, hugs, and kisses. Some red polka dots, red flowers. Just little typewriter text. Some more polka dots. These are pretty, all different color hearts. So lots of reds, blacks, whites, grays, and then there's a sticker sheet. I can see me using some of these stickers within the album as well. And I love these little tickets here at the very bottom. So these are really cute. I will always love you forever. How wonderful life is while you're in the world. Say it with flowers. Really, really cute. So I started out by using the largest die in the heart set, and I cut 4 pieces of chipboard. Now this chipboard, it's not too thick, it's a thinner chipboard, and I just ran it through my die cut machine. You can use cardstock, but if you use cardstock, it will need to be thicker cardstock because if you are making a book, it will just need to be thicker. So I went ahead and cut the chipboard, and then I also cut the pattern paper, and I went ahead and put them in piles of how I want them to be front and back. So I am making 4 pages in my book. So I cut 8 pieces of pattern paper, and it is double-sided. So when you run this through the die cut machine, the top side will be for the top side of the book, and then you run it through again, and then whatever's on the bottom will be for the back page of the page in the book. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to be using the art glitter glue, and I'm going to start just gluing on these pages to my chipboard. All right, so here's one, and I'm just gonna make sure that these holes are all lined up. And just press that down really well. And then you're going to flip it over and do the same with the back side. Make sure you get around these holes really well. Okay, and then apply that. Okay, and you're going to do that for all of the pages. So however many pages you want in your book, you're going to apply the pattern paper to the front and the back. So I went ahead and glued all of the papers onto the fronts and backs of each one of my hearts. And now I'm ready to use the next die, which is this heart die that came in the set, to pick out my papers and die cut the hearts for the inside of each one of these heart pages. So I've already die cut all of the pieces that I want for the small heart to go in the center. So I am just going to glue those on. And that just fits right inside, just like that. for this particular page, I want to add a pocket that is on the right side of this heart. So I took the large cutting die and I cut out another piece of the pattern paper, and I'm going to take my paper trimmer and I'm going to trim right down the center of this heart. So I'm just lining up the center with where the blade is going to cut. And I'm just going to cut that in half. And now I have these two pieces. So now I can either choose if I want to have the pocket on this side or if I want to have the pocket on this side. And whichever piece you don't use, you can save for another page if you wish to do so. So I'm going to have my pocket on the right. So I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to apply some glue, but I'm only going to apply the glue to just the outside edge, because I need to leave the middle open for where, so that it has space for adding, you know, some tags and different things inside that pocket. So I'm just going to line this up with the edge of this heart and then just press down. And now you have a little pocket where you can put something inside. So if you want to add a pocket that you can put stuff in from the top, so the pocket would be down here at the bottom of the heart, you would take your large heart and you would take a piece of your paper. You can either cut the entire heart out again and then just cut that die cut piece in half. But this paper I don't have enough of, so I am just going to measure about where I want my heart to open, so how much I want to have on that heart, on that pocket, and then just put some washi tape. And I'm actually die cutting it on the front of this paper, but I'm going to be using the back side of this paper for this heart. So the back side, I'm just facing down. I just trimmed off the excess, and this is going to go through my die cut machine just like this. So when that comes out of my die cut machine, it looks like this. And the reason why I had that paper upside down is because this is the back side page, and it's going to go just like that. Okay, now you can either attach it with this part on just like that, or you can just use your scissors and just cut to make this round. And I think that is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to just kind of follow this up along that. And trim that off. And then I'm going to glue that down just like that. So when you're gluing it, just like with the previous one, you're going to just glue the outside edge. And that's what it looks like. So let's see, you get a piece of paper, now you have a pocket. Okay, so I've got my heart centers on my pages, and I've got the pockets here. This is going to be my back page, so I just left it blank. And my front page, I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, so we'll leave that blank as well. So for the front cover, we're going to add a piece of the heart paper. All right, and then we're gonna put some flowers just around it. I'm gonna just see how I want these to be. gonna be my cover. I'm gonna take this banner die and cut it out of the red cardstock. Okay, and then I cut down a piece of this pattern paper. I just want to get the middle part of this cream paper because it matches perfectly with this paper that I have. So I'm going to die cut that as well. So I actually, instead of doing the cream paper, I actually like the way that the backside turned out, and it matches the colors perfectly on this page that I'm creating. So I'm going to lay this on top just at a, and just layer it, not directly on top of each other. I want that red cardstock to show up. So I'm gonna put some glue. And then I'm just gonna put some foam adhesive on the back of this banner. So there's all my foam adhesive. Let me move this up a little bit. And that is going to go right on here. So you can see the dimension that adds. So I'm going to take this wave envelope cutting die that In Love Art Shop sent to me, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out a piece of just solid red paper using this die. All right, and this die does not have any score lines. It actually just has dotted lines where it's supposed to be folded. So this first dotted line is pretty easy just to fold on that dot. But this one on the side and then this one on the bottom are a little bit more difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scoring board out. And I am just going to score along these lines just to make it a little bit easier to fold them. All right, and then I'm going to fold that up. I'm going to fold this to the side. And this bottom piece I'm going to actually tuck in. I'm going to tuck in because this is going to be my front and I don't want to see that little lip there. So I'm going to tuck that in, and this piece is going to go over to the back, and we'll just go ahead and add some glue. And then to keep this closed on the bottom, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue just along this inside lip. And then just press that down. Okay, and then there is my little envelope or pocket. Okay. So I went ahead and cut this standalone piece. This is the piece that goes on the inside. I cut it out in a pink paper, and that goes right on the inside like that. But in this paper pack, it had these cute little tickets. It has these tickets in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a strip of tickets by just putting them on attaching them to each other. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them down and score them down the middle, and those will be able to stick directly into that little envelope. So I went ahead and trimmed all of that down, and I'm just going to fold where the tickets meet. Simple to fold. I don't even need to score it. And just make sure that I press down on that sticker so that it adheres. And that is going to attach onto there, and then it's going to stick in just like that. That's so cute. All right, so we're going to attach that with some glue. And those will stick right in just like that. And then when you take them out, you got a strip of tickets, and on the back, if you wanted to put little tiny photos or just journal on the back, you can do that. Super cute. And we're gonna put a little ribbon on here so that it's easier to take in and out. So I've got 2 pieces of ribbon. Just gonna cut those down. And just trim those down. We're going to cut them down just a tad bit more. Then I'm just going to use one of the stickers in the pack, and I am just going to put a sticker on here. Put a little heart. I'm going to add some double-sided tape to the back of this. And I'm going to put this on my album page. I'm going to put it off to the side here because that way you can still add a picture here if you wanted to do that. So super cute. So for one of the pages, I thought it would be cute to have a little flip up heart, kind of like a waterfall, but not really a waterfall. These are actually going to be layered on top of each other. So what I did is I die cut, well, I already had this one on here, and I die cut 2 more papers out of this heart, and I scored along the top so that these would fold easily. So I scored it about, it's probably about a 1/2 inch from the top, And then I'm going to just glue. I'm gonna put glue right above the score line. And I am just going to attach directly to the top of the heart that's already on the page. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. And now you can flip up and have some pretty paper there to put some different things, pictures and whatnot. All right, so to finish off this page, I have a sticker here that is from my stickers from the paper pack, and I am going to add it to a piece of cardstock. And I'm just going to trim this away. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to add some dimension to this. I don't want to just stick this sticker flat on the page. So I'm putting it on some cardstock so that the back is not sticky any longer. And then I'll be able to add some foam adhesive to raise this up. All right, so I cut it out, added my double-sided adhesive foam. I'm just gonna add this straight in the center here. And then I'm gonna add some flowers just around this. These flowers that I purchased are from Hobby Lobby. These are Paper Studio. All right, so I'm gonna hot glue these flowers. So there's the flowers. I just put a couple there in the top left-hand corner. So there's my page. So when you fold this up, you can add pictures to the top and bottom of each one of these pages. So for this page, I'm just gonna add some flowers. Up this page, I took a scalloped die cut a piece of the red paper. I also took a circle punch and punched out a piece of the pattern paper. Circle punch is a 2-inch circle. So I punched that out, and I'm going to layer these on top of each other. And then I took a piece of the red and a pattern piece of paper, and I cut out with a heart punch. And those are just going to be layered just right here on top of this circle. For this page, I'm going to keep this really simple, and I am using an embellishment that I actually purchased at Tuesday Morning, and I am just going to glue this down. And I am going to put down one of these little flowers just right next to it. For these pockets, I just cut out some of these little cards that were in the paper pack, and because if I stick this in here, it's a little too long. I'm just gonna round these corners. I think that this might help with some of those corners sticking out. And I'll do the same for this one. I'll stick those in there. I have these little cutout cards from the paper pack, and I'm going to layer them on some pink cardstock and then some black cardstock. And I'm doing that because I don't like the back and I want to be able to put pictures on the back. So when I do that, I can put a picture on the back and have a cute little picture on the front, or I can cover it up and put a picture there as well. So we'll go ahead and glue these down. So here's my photo mats. So the back side is plain black and there's 4 of them. And then, let's see, I'm gonna put the smaller one in the front. And those, let's see if they'll fit. Yeah, those will all fit right in there. All right, so next I'm gonna go ahead and take these binder rings. And I did purchase these at Hobby Lobby. You can get them in the, I think it's in the album section. And mine are a little bit big, but that's okay, because if you want it, if you add stuff to it, it's gonna get thicker anyway. All right, so I had these keys that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. I thought they were so pretty, little charms. And I went ahead and just tied a bow, doubled up some ribbon, and just put the ribbon through this first hole and just tied it around so that it keeps that secure. I thought about putting it on this ring, but then it was sliding back and forth, so I just slide it through the first hole to attach that ribbon. So this is my final project. So we've got the first page with the flowers and the heart cut out, the heart and the ribbons here. Let me zoom this out. And then we've got the second page where you can put a picture here, and we have a banner that's raised up. We also have this page, which we used the wave envelope cutting die to make this little envelope. And when we pull this out, we have these little tickets. And remember, this cutting die was from the In Love Art Shop, as well as the whole heart album. And then when we turn the next page, we have a little place to put some more pictures. And then another picture spot here. And then on this page, we have some photo mats. You can just put pictures on the reverse. And we created this little pocket. And then another little pocket here, which is some journaling cards. And then the back cover is just plain. So that is my album, and because I use such large rings, I can actually add more pages to this if I wanted to, which I might do, and I think this turned out super cute. So the link to these products is below, and if you use the link to purchase these products, you will get 15% off of the products. So I hope you enjoyed this video, so please go check out In Love Art Shop. I'll also link their website below. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more tutorials, and I will see you soon. Bye.